The fight to save businesses and reopen the economy is a hard one, but one that is being won here in North Alabama. Joining us tonight is the CEO of Bad Axe Throwing in Huntsville, Mario Zelaya. Now, Mario, thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Your company has, you'll excuse the pun, been on the cutting edge of adapting to the massive changes this coronavirus has forced on all of us. First of all, take us back a couple of months ago when you were first informed that you'd have to shut down your business.
Yeah, I mean, it was really tough. I think part of it, we saw kind of the writing on the wall. And so what we started doing proactively is start ordering some supplies that we might need. So a lot of the safety measures that are the standard norm today, we actually started doing it in early March. So we had already started ordering hand sanitizers, Clorox, disinfectant wipes, and rubber gloves. So a lot of our facilities are already set up to reopen.
This is obviously a close contact, hands-on kind of business. So, I mean, you must have been thinking, this is it. How can we possibly move past this? But you did manage to. Explain how you did that.
Yeah, so it's been actually quite easy because our business model is well akin and attributed to social distancing. So when you come in to visit us, you get a private lane. So you get a 12 by 20 foot lane dedicated to yourself. And so social distancing rules say that, 6 foot distancing between staff and other folks, keep people in the same households all together. So it actually wasn't very difficult because of our location in Huntsville has so many bay areas and so many lanes. Mm-hmm. It's actually quite easy to do that. And so that combined with the fact that we're then using every other target instead of every single target, we have more than enough room to continue with the social distancing rules. So it actually has been quite easy, quite safe, and it's been easy to kind of clean those touchable surface areas, specifically the axes. So the axes are very easy to essentially just wipe down completely. So it hasn't been too bad.
Now, so you actually have reopened the business, is that correct?
Yes, yeah, Huntsville is ready to go. We actually got approval to proceed. So the two locations that we have in Alabama are actually in Spanish Fort and in Huntsville.
And they are open?
They are open.
Okay, fantastic. Now tell me about the how you adapted your team, because apparently this sport is worldwide, and there were some major events that had to be canceled this spring because of the coronavirus. But that didn't stop you guys. You adapted with technology to actually carry this on anyway.
Yes. So our league members at Bad Axe Throwing actually founded what we called the Quarantine Axe Throwing League. So I'm also the founder of the governing body of the sport of axe throwing. That's called the World Axe Throwing League. And so that's the governing body. I'm the commissioner of that governing body, and we have over 275 companies globally. So this spans across over 21 countries. I think it's at over 350 locations right now. So Alabama has 2 of 350 global locations where everyone's a global member. And so what we did is we created this kind of quarantine axe throwing league, and what our league members at Bad Axe Throwing did is they said, you know what, we're going to create these rules. We're going to allow Bad Axe league members and league members throughout all over the world to participate through axe throwing. And so what we did is we actually adapted our technology so you can actually use your phone to actually video stream your matches against an opponent. And so the thing that's nice about axe throwing is, I cannot virtually pass a soccer ball to a friend. I cannot virtually play tennis against a friend, but I can virtually actually play axe throwing against a friend, and you can do it by technology. And so we implemented technology to make that seamless and easy for everyone.
That's amazing. Did it has this, looking back as we move forward, you're going to look back on this time and say, wow, we lost a lot of money during these couple of months, or did it not affect you that badly?
No, we lost a ton of money. It's been actually quite painful because not only did we lose the money and the profits that we normally would have made, it has actually put us in a big hole because we didn't reduce revenues by 50%, 60%. It was by more than 100% because we were issuing refunds to those people who had booked in advance and could no longer make the events because of the coronavirus. So while we're reissuing refunds, the hole that it's burned has actually been quite drastic. And when you factor in the reality that we're growing rapidly and we have these other locations, we no longer have the capital to build out some of those locations. So we've been working with our landlords to figure out a path forward of how we can actually get started in those locations.
Mm-hmm. Now, you had such a positive attitude. I just wanted to double check and make sure that was the case. I'm glad you're bouncing back here, though. And did you take advantage of the PPP program? Was that anything that you had to do?
Yes, we did. We had to. I mean, that we probably wouldn't be having this conversation right now if it wasn't for the PPP program. And I think the way we're using it is we could not use it for the grant program. And the grant program, the way it was designed was, you can get this PPP money for free if you use 75% of it to pay your staff
Right.
while they're laid off. But the reality is, if we did that, we would not be able to have sufficient capital to start paying our obligations after reopening. So we are actually using the PPP program as purely as a loan and not as a grant aspect of it. And that's hopefully going to help us weather the storm going forward. So I'm quite positive. I'm quite hopeful. And based on some of the preliminary numbers of the amount of positive feedback and people that have visited us, both in Huntsville and our Spanish Fort location, I think things are going to be quite good for us in the long run.
Good to hear. All right. Mario Zelaya, bad axe throwing in Huntsville. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Hope you have a great day.
You too.